found yourself here watching these explanation videos, this channel is really for my friends and my family. I feel like it's probably best for me to explain my intentions here up front before jumping into the bulk of the content about the situation. So much has happened during these past few months, and more is happening literally on a daily basis. I feel like every single day something new comes out that is just more outrageous and crazier than the day before. And I really need a place to process all of this. I've kept a lot of secrets for my pop during my entire life, and yet I really try to pride myself on being as truthful as possible. I believe there is never a bad time for the truth, and so I'm telling this truth for both myself and my dad, who never could. This gives me a way to keep track of all of the details of things that have happened, which I think is super important. And it's not just his lies either that I'm going to probably be addressing and talking about here. The manipulations and the lies run really deep, and the hardest betrayals can come from the most unlikely sources. That's something I've really had to struggle with and have found out the hard way through this process. I read Jeanette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mother Died, before my dad passed away, and God, did that book absolutely hit. It is such a good book. I would highly recommend reading it to anybody who's interested. But a main point in that book is to acknowledge that had your parents lived, they likely would not change into the person you desperately needed them to be. And yet when people die, everyone's natural inclination is to forget everything that they've done to you and only focus on the positive. This is really incredibly invalidating to the profound impact that these things have on us. But also, I think it only serves to sanitize and glorify stuff that doesn't necessarily deserve to be glorified. I don't want to gaslight myself in the future into thinking it wasn't that bad, and so I'm doing this. The reason I'm posting it is, frankly, because it makes my life easier. My family and friends keep asking me what happened, and the times I have gone through this story with my friends, not even from beginning to end, just sections of the story as it's happening in real time. It literally takes like 3 hours to get through it. Not only do I not have time to do that for even 25 people, I'm not doing the math on that. You can't make me. You do the math on that. But you probably don't have the time to sit there either for a solid 3-hour chunk, which is the most fair thing ever. And so to solve my dilemma, I'm going to make 20-ish minute videos, which you're going to be able to fast forward through. If there's a part of it that you just really don't care about, you can watch it on a faster speed. Watch it on 1.25, 1.5, that is totally awesome. Or come back to it when you have the time, if at all, if you're interested at all, which is also, again, totally fine if you're not interested. I'm definitely not posting these videos to pop anyone's balloon illusion of my dad or to change anyone's opinion of him. I really still have a lot of love for him, and contrary to all of the horrible things you will hear, I have a lot of really fond memories with him, and and just really want to honor that facet of his memory, just the positive moments that we've had together. I want to honor those memories. In those moments that you've had with him, those feelings that you had were genuine. I hope that you're going to be able to hold on to the positive memories and the way that he made you feel, ultimately. So please hold on to that. But also, we can acknowledge the truth. Two things can be true at once, even if they cause painful contradictions and complex emotions. Believe me, I understand. If you run across this video for whatever reason and you are completely unrelated to this situation, unlikely, but if it happens, much love and buckle up. I recently saw something that said how fake those storytime TikTokers were because this drama couldn't possibly be real because it just sounds so insane. Dude, this stuff actually does happen. It's literally wild. My friends are, on a daily basis, I'm pulling out the receipts and showing them like, no, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. This is insane. So yeah, buckle up. If you're family, I'm not trying to hurt you by posting this. I really need you to know that. But sometimes the truth is painful. Growth always hurts. We need to burn it all down sometimes to make way for new growth, and all of those semi-cliche sayings that I still feel like really apply here. You still deserve the truth, and just because he passed away doesn't mean that that truth needs to die with him. I think you deserve the truth. I think we all deserve the truth, and I feel like by telling it, in a way, I'm actually helping to free him in a way that he was never able to be free while he was alive. He was so tethered by all of these secrets and things that he kept close to his chest. It's really kind of cool to be able to release some of that and just, free him in a way, I feel. And maybe you can understand why I feel the way I do about this situation some, because a lot of you have seen me, have interacted with me, have heard some of the things that I've said that probably come off incredibly cryptic or very vague, and you just don't understand them. Hopefully this will help you to understand why I'm reacting the way that I'm reacting in these situations. If I was reminded of anything during this process, it's that you can't trust anyone, which is a really unfortunate thing to be reminded of. And you can't con a con man's daughter. I will always look 2 layers below the surface. I really think that we should always be wary of those who scream of their goodness. And you'll definitely see what I mean as we go through these different pieces of information I will be pulling and bringing to the forefront. I hope you'll join me on this journey. Please remember to keep an open mind and be kind, and the truth will follow behind. Thanks.